Hey guys, it's Mr. Smiley here, coming at you with a Town Hall 11 tutorial on mass bowler attacks. So I've posted a couple of these attacks and friendly challenges, and been working on them throughout the weekend. Had a war, got a chance to use them, and I just want to set out the formula for you guys, and so everybody can play around with it. It's a pretty simple formula. I know Ash has a couple of mass bowler attacks that he's shown, bowler dives. He's shown queen walk into mass bowler, and this attack I think is even simpler than that. It's the same formula, and it seems to work pretty much every damn time to crush any Town Hall 10 and get a really high percentage 2-star on a Town Hall 11 that has a really good chance for 3. So I apologize for the audio issues. I know I sound even more like a robot than I do in real life, but I wanted to go ahead and get this out because I'm kind of an idiot when it comes to audio stuff. But I'll see if I can get that fixed by next weekend. So anyway, here is the formula. You take a 2-finger drop, you spread them wide apart, or you use 2 fingers with different hands, but then you have to kind of switch to drop the troops. And what you're going to do here is you're going to find the path that's closest to the eagle. You also want to make sure that it's close to the town hall. In attacking Town Hall 10s, you want to do your best to attack the infernos kind of one at a time. In attacking Town Hall 11s, I'm not sure if it's the general rule of thumb, but I found it works best to try to go after that eagle first, even if it means that you have to go up against the Inferno's broadside. So here's what you do, and I'd love to see some Town Hall 10s try this at the Town Hall 10 versus 10 level, and let me know how that works out with Bowler 2. But here's what you do. You drop 2 giants here, 2 giants here to create the funnel. You're going to drop 1 healer behind them. Try to drop the healer on the giants just to keep them alive longer. You're going to drop 4 healers right near each of these funneling crew giants. I like to do it a little bit to the outside just because I want my funneling bowlers to try to go around the outside more than clump in the middle. And then in the middle, you're going to have this clan castle full of max giants, and you're going to drop that up the middle here. You're going to drop your remaining 2 healers behind those giants to try to keep them alive. Drop 4 wall breakers in here. You don't absolutely need 4. You could go with 3 and a cleanup minion, but it also makes it easier when you're putting stuff in the camps just to have 1 of each in each of your 4 camps. And then you're going to take 2 fingers and you're going to drop all the rest of your bowlers here, followed by your healers. And then you're going to pop a rage here and pop a rage here just to clear this out and try to get your bowlers all moving into the core. You're going to drop a jump here. You're going to drop a poison where you know the clan castle is going to come out. And then in raiding, you usually don't see that many. And then you're going to drop another rage to get the bowlers into the core there. This one, I noticed this opening, but I went ahead and dropped the second jump on the back side just to get all the heroes and the bowlers out of that. If you have to use the jump on the front side, it's not that big of a deal. The bowlers will get through. If they're stuck in the core, they'll still clear out a big area around this. Anything that could be shooting into the core and hurting you, the bowlers will clear those out. Since you have that second jump, you might as well pop it there. In war attacks, especially if it's a fresh hit where you don't know what's coming out of the clan castle, I would take a second poison. For raid attacks, usually you don't need a second poison, and you can just drop an earthquake somewhere on high hit point buildings just to help you with that process. If you were in a war attack and you knew you had something that you didn't need that second poison for, just go ahead and bring an earthquake to soften things up. So let's go ahead and watch this. So there's the 2 giants and the healer. That external cannon kind of dragged it outside, but that's not that big of a deal. And then you got your mess going right through the middle. You kind of have to keep your head down and start deploying troops. You got your side-to-side rages, your jump spell. There, the poison gets all those archers as they're coming out of the clan castle. And then just this huge mess of destruction going through the core. I could have also used a second poison to drop on that Archer Queen, but here just rolling through the middle of this base. Ideally you want the healers to gather around the Archer Queen. They don't always cooperate, but usually the healers, you'll get at least 2 of them surviving in order to get something, whether it's the Warden or some bowlers or just something in there. They do a lot of good. And I was originally concerned, especially in war, against attacks against flying troops in the defensive clan castle, and the raged healers plus the Warden and the Archer Queen and a couple of poisons. It really does not stop it. I mean, this is a really, really powerful attack. You can try to make it more complicated if you want, but there's no 4th star for degree of difficulty. So this formula is going to, I mean, it's an awesome trophy pushing formula. If you don't need Dark Elixir, it's also a pretty good rating formula, although it takes a while to get all those bowlers, and it is really expensive in Dark Elixir. So, but it's also really fun to just smash Town Hall 11s. And it's also a fantastic bully beatdown attack. So here we have in the war, this was an arranged war with Terps Win B1G and Shadow Militia against BRCM. And I do want to just call out that if you see, and this isn't particularly classy of me, but if you see this guy JZ, he's a 9.5. He, for whatever reason, he rage quit the arranged war before it even started. Just ridiculous. So don't do that, guys. If there's an issue, talk through the issue. Don't just mysteriously disappear for no reason. All right, rant aside, here is a bully beatdown. This is a fresh hit on their number 5. It's an 89k Town Hall 10, which I should do well against, but at the same time, it isn't always an automatic 3-star, even with the Warden. So there you can see the Giants and the healers on either side, creating a nice wide funnel. Everything comes up the middle now. I think dropping that jump and that placement of the jump was probably the hardest part of this attack, which isn't really saying that much. There you've got a Golem and a Loon in the clan castle, which works really well against Valkyrie, but not really all that well against the bowlers. The raged healers are going to keep them up against that. And it's worth mentioning, I forgot on the first attack, the Tome ability. Usually, I think the healers will keep the giant pack up through 1 volley of the eagle, and then I like to use the Tome right as the second volley, the second kind of round of, volley of eagle blasts are coming in, and that way I protect against not only the eagle but also the infernos by that time. And there you can see the bowlers just kind of going through there. You don't always get the healers to cooperate. Sometimes they'll just stick on a giant on the wall. But for the most part, that's pretty rare. And usually even when that happens, you get enough of the healers to follow stuff that you want them to. You could add some cleanup minions at the end here. I considered that, dropping 1 bowler or a wall breaker for some minions. Against these max walls, I didn't really want to drop a wall breaker. Frankly, against 11 versus 10, I don't think you really need that. And then 11 versus 11, I think your goal is usually to get a high percentage 2, or even any percentage 2 that, the minions are, play around with it, but I don't think it's really necessary. So this is a cleanup hit where I knew what was in the clan castle, but frankly, it doesn't really matter. I should have brought an earthquake, but this is my first war attack against a Town Hall 11 using this strategy, and I wanted to make sure that I got it in. So just when you go into scouting, like I said in the raid attack at the beginning, what I'm looking for is closest path to Eagle and Town Hall. This one, the Town Hall is a little bit further away, but you also just kind of map out the jumps. So, the jump on this Burger King here, again, you have to place that pretty accurately, but then also a jump on this Town Hall exposes like all of this part of the base, and then sorry, all of this of the base, and then the bowler's range will get you all the way out to here. And so there really isn't that much cleanup. These guys going around the outside, usually at least one of these packs will survive a little bit. The reason why, so I had two choices. I had this side here, which might have been slightly closer to the town hall, and then I had this side here. The reason why I chose this side here was the northeast side had all these exposed external defenses that I didn't really want to have to worry about where my Giants were going to go there, and this side over here did not have them. So that was the kind of the scouting process. Again, this is, the level of scouting that's involved with this attack is pretty similar to a Mass Valkyrie, or just a straight up Mass Valkyrie without a Queen Walk, or even a Go Wipe, I guess. Although I've never really done a Go Wipe, but it really isn't that complicated. You can look at a base and then break it down. I did end up doing attack plans for this, just because this was it was an arranged war, 50 versus 50. We were missing that guy. One of our top 10 guys just disappeared, and so we were put at a little bit of a disadvantage because of that I wanted to make sure that I had to get this 2-star. But if you're in raiding, this is a really easy comp that you can take a look at a base and in 20 seconds figure out the best approach. It's overpowered. It's a little bit spammy. At the same time, adding a Queen Walk to a Mass Bowler, does that really make it that much more complicated or impressive? I mean, maybe it does, but I like attacks that work over attacks that just, I like watching fancy attacks too, but I like 3 stars, and I like getting high percentage 2 stars on town hall 11s. So if it's a really competitive war and that's what you need, then that's what you do. And this was a pretty clutch strategy that helped us out quite a bit. So I'm really interested to see how this works, Town Hall 10 versus Town Hall 10, also with level 2 bowlers. I think it'll be similar to 11 versus 11 here, where it won't be an automatic 3, but it'll probably be pretty much an automatic 80% 2-star that has chance of upside. So any Town Hall 10s who are watching this, please let me know in the comments. Record anything. I'll pop over to your clan to record, and try to check it out, because I'm curious to see how that works out. So until next time, let's go Terps.